So why is Hawaii the absolute #1 go-to destination for Japanese travelers? Well, the answer isn't just about beautiful beaches and sunshine. It actually tells this really fascinating story about culture, money, and what we're all searching for when we go on vacation.
To really get a sense of this love affair, just look at this number. In a typical year before the pandemic, we're talking 2018, a whopping 1.57 million Japanese tourists flew to Hawaii. That is a huge number of people making that trip year in and year out.
And here you can see just how that stacks up against other countries. Japanese visitors don't just lead the pack, they totally blow everyone else out of the water. They outnumber visitors from Canada, the next biggest group, by almost 3-1. I mean, it's not even a competition.
So this makes you wonder, right? If the idea is to get an American-style getaway, why fly all those extra miles? Why go all the way to Hawaii, when there's another American island, Guam, that's so much closer to Japan?
And this right here is the heart of the puzzle. Even though Guam is the closer, easier option, Japanese tourism there has been dropping for years, while Hawaii's appeal just stays rock solid. So, turns out being closer isn't what matters most here.
The data really tells the story. You know, back in 2004, Guam was seeing about 900,000 Japanese tourists. Fast forward to 2018, and that number had crashed down to 560,000. So what happened? What went so wrong for Guam?
And the answer, believe it or not, is kind of wild. According to analysts, the reason Japanese tourists started ditching Guam was, well, because there were too many other Japanese people there. It sounds like a paradox, but it gets at a really deep truth about why we travel.
See, in an effort to be super welcoming, Guam went all out. They filled the island with Japanese language signs, menus, and services. But this move, which was meant to attract more people, totally backfired. They accidentally stripped away the very thing people were coming for.
And this all boils down to a really important Japanese concept, hi-nichijou-kan. It basically means the feeling of a non-ordinary experience. People wanted a real escape from their daily lives. But by making Guam feel too much like a little piece of Japan, it lost its magic. It couldn't give them that feeling of being somewhere completely different anymore. Okay, so if that's how Guam got it wrong, how did Hawaii get it so perfectly right? It really all comes down to balance.
Hawaii just hits that sweet spot. It gives you this approachable America vibe. You know, it's safe, it's clean, the service is great, but it never loses its own unique, exotic Polynesian culture. It feels foreign enough to be an adventure, but familiar enough to be relaxing. It's truly the best of both worlds.
But it goes even deeper than that. For Japanese visitors, Hawaii offers something called Iyashi. And this isn't just about relaxing on a beach, it's a deep sense of healing, of recharging your soul. It's a feeling that many people say they can only find in the atmosphere of the Hawaiian Islands.
This connection with Hawaii is so powerful that it doesn't just stay in Hawaii when the vacation is over. It's a passion that has become a huge part of daily life back in Japan.
Seriously, you can go all across Japan in big cities like Tokyo and Osaka, and you'll find these amazing, vibrant Hawaiian festivals. We're talking hula dancers, ukulele music everywhere, and food trucks serving up incredible Hawaiian food. This isn't just some small hobby, it's a mainstream cultural thing. That's how deep the connection is.
But here's the thing. This decades-long love story is facing a major challenge right now. The whole relationship is being put to the test.
Just look at this number. In the first half of 2022, the number of Japanese tourists in Hawaii fell by a staggering 95.2% compared to 2019. That's not a dip, that is a total collapse.
So, what's the main reason for this freefall? It really comes down to economics. The Japanese yen has gotten much weaker against the US dollar, which means a trip to Hawaii that used to be affordable has suddenly become incredibly expensive for a lot of people.
And that leaves us with one last really big question. We've seen that this bond is about more than just a vacation. It's about Iyashi and hi-nichijou-kan. But is that deep cultural connection strong enough to overcome the hard, cold reality of a tough economy? The entire future of this special relationship really hangs on that answer.